Okay, do we have any guests already? Okay, we'll be starting in a few minutes. Who is on? Can I see who is on, Rashto? I think you can put your speaker on, Rashto. It's okay. We can. I can hear you. I want to see who is joining us. Can I see this somewhere?
I have only number of attendees.
Okay, so the person who's joining us, if you can write your name on the right-hand side, there is a chat, group chat. If you can just put your name, so we know that you've joined. Okay, we are waiting a few more minutes to have the people joining us, and then we can start. Welcome to the people that joined us so far. Rashto, I think that if I'm the moderator, I should be able to see as well the number of people joining. Is there any way to do that? Okay. Hi, Asaf. Asaf has joined us.
Hi, Amir.
Hey.
You're looking fuzzy.
I'm looking fuzzy a little bit.
Defocus.
I've just shaved.
Yes, but your whole self is a bit fuzzy.
Really?
You're not focused.
Is it the camera, maybe?
Could be. Maybe it's a little dirty. Don't know. It's better. Not great, but better.
Okay. At the moment, Rashto, how many people we have on board?
10 people.
How many?
10.
10. Okay, excellent. So we have 10 people on board. We are waiting for a couple of more people. So welcome, everybody. We're going to give 1 or 2 minutes, and then we're going to start with our first introduction session of the accelerator. We have also Asaf, the managing partner of the accelerator activity, joining us. And we'll start we'll give it another more minute. You can settle in, get yourself a cup of tea or a coffee, and we'll start very soon.
מה קרה, מיכאל?
Okay, Rashto, Asaf, if you can put yourself on mute, it will be nice. Thank you. Rashto, from time to time, first of all, Rashto is the moderator or the coordinator of our program, as you spoke to him already, and you also will coordinate this this session. So thank you very much, Rashto, for this. What I would like to invite you to do, first of all, is if you can see on the right-hand side, there is a chat. If you can please put your name here on the right-hand side so we know who has joined us, because at the moment we can just see numbers. So if you can put your name on the right. And also so I know that you're there and that you can hear me. Do you see the chat box on the right, group chat, on the right-hand side?
Lower right.
Lower right, yes. Yes. Just so we know that we're not talking to ourselves. Okay. I cannot see anybody putting anything, so there must be a technical issue here, Rashto. I can't believe that nobody has can see the right-hand side of the screen. If you can hear me, if you can just put your name on the right-hand side. Unless the chat is only open for us, Rashto. If you can check it, and maybe you can also communicate with the ventures via other media like email or chat. That just so we know that they are tuned in and they're with us. Anyway, we'll start. I hope you can. You are ready and you are comfortable. Within this session, which will be not more than 1 hour, basically we are going to introduce to you the Accelerator Program, or EAI360 Acceleration Program, which is really, this is the second program, the second round that we're doing, and we are really excited about the idea. This is a program that has been put together for over a year now, with the vision of creating a tool which will support early stage ventures and will give them the tools, the knowledge, and mentorship, access to investors, and anything that really young ventures are looking for in order to accelerate their activities. So I would like, first of all, to thank you very much for choosing to join us. Nothing to be taken for granted. From the conversations I had with some of the projects, I know that for some of you, and also from the feedback I got from Rashto, it's not an easy decision to take this ride, because it's a little bit of, you know, to get away from the comfort zone. because this acceleration program is about moving forward, is about really taking actions. Okay, so I really would like to thank you for deciding, for choosing to join this program, and I would like to reassure you that we have here a very clear goal to make sure that each one of your projects will move forward dramatically in all the aspects that are important to you within the next 3 months. There is a lot of thinking, efforts, resources that have been put into this system, into this program, so it will have an outstanding value for you. However, it's not going to work if you're not going to be in the game fully and 100%. Okay, we will be there to give, but in the end of the day, the execution obviously lies with you and with your team. So welcome. Before we start, we are part of EAI, which is a European group. It's a non-profit European organization which is based in Italy, in Trento. And I would like perhaps to start by inviting the managing director of this activity, which is, he's with us through the whole project, through the whole program, even though you won't see him every week, but he's very much behind this program. And I would like to invite Mr. Asaf Mendelssohn just to introduce himself and to say a few words. Asaf? Okay. Asaf, can you hear me? Okay. Hi, Asaf.
Hello.
Hi. I just
fell off for a second.
Yes, I just invited you to say a few words, just an introduction words for the teams, the ventures, which are starting the program today.
Well, hi everybody. Some of you I know, some of you not yet. Just wanted to welcome you on board this new program of the Accelerator that is starting today. I think we put together a very nice program that should hopefully take you a long way from where you are now towards success and goals that you wish to reach. Of course, first and foremost, as Amir was saying, it's going to take a lot of work from you. But I think we put together a set of top mentors and program with both tools online and offline that if you follow through and do it together, I think it'll take you a very long way forward. So I wish everybody success in where you want to go in participation in this program, and I think that together we can make this a great success. So good luck, everybody, and I'll let Amir continue with his introduction.
Thank you very much, Asaf. So, by the way, this is probably the last session that you will be there in the background without the ability for you to communicate with us. In the next weeks to come, you will have the opportunity not only to communicate with us, but also to interact with the other ventures, and also to be able to share with us. So really, we can create here like an open discussion or some kind of a mind share a platform. So there is a place for each one of you also to share and to also to get some feedback from the other ventures and from the accelerator team as well. So before we start, I think I just want to perhaps give you an idea of what is going to happen at least in the next month, because as you can see, the program is of 3 months, yes, with the intention that in the end of the 3 months you will have the opportunity should you choose to present in front of real live investors. Yes, and the idea is that within these 3 months you will choose the topics that are the most important to you, and it's different from each one of the ventures that you want to take forward. Some of the ventures are keen about getting the first deal or the first major deal. Some of the ventures are after completing the team and recruiting, enrolling more people to join the team. Others are really into the money and raising money and the strategy of raising money and setting up the presentation for investors. I'm sure that there could be some ventures which are also in the stage of verifying or making the business validation or the business case of your venture much clearer. You know, getting the real essence of how we can define the business model, yes, and who are the clients, what we call the validation process, yes. Some of you already done the validation process, but from our past experience, we know that even some ventures think that they've done the validation. Sometimes they found out that there is more work to do in order to find the real target market or the real, you know, early adopters, as we say, and also to get initial feedback from potential customers, which is very important. So the validation side is quite crucial, and we will touch it. We'll give you opportunity to explore this in the first part of the program. So, and also we're going to discuss one side which is I feel quite crucial for creating extraordinary results, is what we call the mental side. Yeah, I have a friend who's a serial entrepreneur, and he says that entrepreneurship is a mental state. So please consider that in order to be a successful entrepreneur or leader of a venture, you need to have so many skills. You need to acquire really so many skills. You need to be an expert. You know, you need to be a good communicator. You need to understand your domain, your market, your arena. You need to be good with team and with team leadership. You want to be to understand money and how to set up a budget. You want to be reasonably good in sales. So there are so many skills that any one of you has to you know, is looking to acquire, and some of you may be good in one skill but are looking to get better in other skills. So this is an additional side which we're going to explore quite heavily, because we feel that this is a very important part in the development of business leaders, yes, and venture leaders and entrepreneurs, specifically in the early stage. So these are the topics that we are going to cover by and large during the program, with additional topics that will come up from your end. The first month, just to give you an idea, the first month basically, or the first 4 weeks, what is going to happen is that we're going to have the next session that we have is on Wednesday, okay, the same time, 6:30, and on Wednesday we're going to touch we're going to see presentation about the top 10 mistakes of early stage ventures, which I think you're going to identify with some of them. On next Thursday, it's a one-off session which we are moving. Usually most of our meetings will be on Wednesday, okay, from 5:30 CET time, which will take about an hour and a half to 2 hours, very much depends on the agenda. On Thursday, next Thursday, we're going to have a session about the early stage side and how we are shaping up the idea and the business validation around it. During that week, I got it wrong. On next Thursday, we are, which we're going to be the 22nd of May, we're going to have a session with mentors. It's going to be your opportunity to present your idea briefly in front of the session, in front of the mentors. Okay, so this is going to be next Thursday, and I will explain a little bit further of the expectation and what you need to present next Thursday. Yes, so you have more than a week now to prepare for your first short presentation. Yes, and we heard most of you, so you have the presentation. We just give you a little bit more, tools now how to present it, so it will be very, very clear and spot on next Thursday. The following week will be after the next Thursday. The following Wednesday will be about ideation and about the early stage of the validation process. So this is in terms of this is the first few weeks, which are our plan for the next few weeks. The last session of the first month will be about lean startup and lean startup methodology. If you're familiar with this, a very powerful methodology of really getting a shortcut and clearing up all the noise in order to take your business forward. So this is the lean startup, and this will be the last session of the coming month. So this is more or less the plan that we have. You will have during that the first few weeks also private one-on-one sessions with the mentors. Okay, so this is generally the plan for the next couple of weeks. So the next few weeks. So I would like first, before we move on, I would like to, and before I'll show you a little bit more about the what is expected when you're presenting your concept to the mentors, I want to say a few words. First of all, you all have been registered, and you all been put you put your profile. You've created a profile within the platform. The profile in the platform, when you've registered, is at the moment your shop window. When people would like to know about you, when mentors, when investors are looking to know more about you, they will log into the profile. From what I saw, not all of you have put a lot of attention in terms of creating the right profile. Some of you, there is very element and basic information there. So what I invite you to do is to log in to this to the platform and really create a profile with as many details, with as many links, with as many attractive information that you can provide us with, that anybody that would like to get more information about the venture, about you, can really easily see it and relate to it. Okay, and if you need some help in getting into the platform, in operating it, in putting the details, I'm sure that Rasho, you can contact him via mail or any other way, and I'm sure that he will be happy to support you on this one. So this is in terms of the profile. Now, just a few words about me, because I think it's important that also you know, I didn't speak to all of you yet, but also that you know who are the people around us, around you in this program. Asaf is coming from an extensive background of 20 years of working in the high-tech and early stage venture industries. He set up his own ventures, successful ventures. My background as well is in entrepreneurship and investment. I started my own company in London back in the 90s. I sold it after 6 years, and then I started a small investment house boutique in London, which is still up and running and investing in early stage technologies. In the last 5 years, I'm teaching entrepreneurship and working with as a mentor with early stage startups, and also conducting workshops about entrepreneurship. And I really, for me, the real passion is really to work with entrepreneurs. I think it took me many years to find my my sweet spot. You know, the place I'm happy to be with and really feel, you know, that this is the place I want to be. And I think working with you and going through with you the processes and the challenges that you have there, this is for me the best place ever. Okay, so, and I think this is very important that we all, you know, we are sharing the same passion within the team here. And I think you will be able to see it as we march along. Okay, I want to share with you 2 slides, which perhaps are, you know, if you wish, the basic or the basis, which we are going to some of the basic ideas which we are going to work with during the next quarter. I'll just see if I know how to screen share here. One second. Okay. 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 Now I don't know if you can see my screen. Rashto, maybe you can give me an indication if there is a screen, if you can see my screen.
I can see your folder.
You can see the folders. Okay, so it's working now.
Not yet. Still see your folders.
No folders.
See the folders. Okay, so let me try this again.
Something's changing. I see you again.
Yes. How do I do that? Maybe, I think that I do this by...
You open and then you share that specific application.
Okay. Now?
Now it's okay. Just do a presentation instead of
okay,
it's an edit mode now.
Okay, cool. So basically, I want to touch. Can you see this now?
Yep.
Okay, good. So I want to touch perhaps two things which are what we feel is the basis on which anybody can create an outstanding results. And the first one is integrity. Integrity, not in a moral aspect, but integrity in terms of workability. You know that when you are part of an organization with a very high level of integrity, integrity in terms of, you know, you say or you do what you said you do whenever you said you do it, yeah? integrity in a team, or integrity in a venture culture, is something that really allows the culture to progress significantly. And I will explain. If you think about it, let's say if you have a venture and you have a meeting, 12 o'clock meeting, but each one of the team is coming in a different time and late, and there isn't a real respect for the word that was given. And there is little that can be done. People are late. Efficiency is there. Is not likely to be very high. Okay, and let's say during that meeting, you have agreed that each one of the team will provide a report for the following, I don't know, Monday noon. Yeah, and if there is a high level of integrity, and you know that people that promise to do it will do it, there is a good chance that this venture will move forward dramatically. So if your team at the moment, some of you are working with small teams and some of you are working with larger teams, I invite you to consider that having a high level of integrity, or what we call workability, yeah, is really the basic on which you can move forward dramatically. And if you ask an investor, I think this is one of the first things that he will appreciate, if there is a high level of integrity within the team. Okay, so this is something to consider. And what we found out in the previous program, which we've completed here within EAI, that this was one of the feedback that we got, that this integrity, cultural integrity that was created here, helped the ventures very much in terms of moving forward and creating this integrity structure or integrity culture within their groups. And this really helped them to achieve the targets and the objectives that they've set together. So integrity, yeah. The other thing is about team, and I think what I found out in the last in the last few years, that most of the entrepreneurs are working alone. They are, or most of the even if they have a partner, they are working alone, thinking alone. And what we will invite you here within this platform is really to think in a team, to think team. Yeah, and I mean, think about it. If I worked alone on my first venture and I had like 12 hours, 14, 16 hours a day, and I had my own a list of contacts and list of capabilities, my own capabilities and experience. If I have a team now of 3 people, 4 people, 5 people, this is really increasing my capabilities dramatically. So thinking team and working in it as a team, specifically for early stage ventures, is already something that can really dramatically take the business forward. Yeah, we know it, and we can see it from our team. Each one of the team is bringing different set of skills and capabilities and contacts and experience, and this is really amazing to see how this is all integrated into moving forward towards reaching our objectives. So I invite you really to look at these 2 elements, integrity and team. So this is the first thing. The second thing, the second concept I want to share with you is what we call the E-plan. And I'm sharing this with you because really within a couple of weeks, we will ask you to prepare a plan. Yes, a plan that will be really an action plan, which can take, for your venture. And this is not going to be a regular plan. It's going to be a plan with with what we feel is some substantial aspects there and ingredients that will help you take this plan forward. Now, the E-plan, and we have here like the 4 elements of the E-plan, and I'll go through it briefly, and look at this not only from the perspective of your venture, but also from the aspect of you as a leader enrolling other people to your activities and to your ventures and to any other activity. Any plan, in order to be successful, yeah, I invite you to consider that any plan should consider these 4 elements. Now, think about the fact that we all have plans, yeah? Every other day I have another plan. People are coming with new plans. People are, planning to stop smoking, to lose weight. They have another idea for business, a new application. We have new plans very often. Very few plans are really going all the way. And I will invite you to consider that in order to have a plan that you really want to see through, going all the way, there has to be additional elements that the standard elements of putting a plan together and writing a plan. Okay, it's not the truth, and what I'm saying now, it's not the way to do it. Is perhaps our suggestion, yeah, or we invite you to look at this as another option to use this method when you are moving forward and looking to really get peak performance, or to get high results in your venture. So the 4 elements, let's touch them briefly. Higher cause. Higher cause really speaks about the why are you doing it? Why am I doing it? Why are you starting and going now to go through this ordeal of starting your own venture and moving it forward? Why are you doing it? And it's not just the money. Some of us think it's not just the money. Money is usually the result. It's not the why we're doing it. And I'll give you an example. Yeah, if I'll tell you now to leave everything where you are and to walk to the nearest town where you live, but the nearest big town, would you do that? Usually, or most of the chances, you will say to me, no way we're going to do it, or why should we do it? Very few people will even step up and stand. Yeah, why should we? However, if I will if I'll tell you that within this near town that you have, like, I don't know, 50 kilometers to walk to, there is a little child in the 2 years old or 3 years old that needs your attention, most probably is that most of you will get up and walk there. Yeah. And if I will tell you that there is a suitcase with 5 million euro waiting for you there, most probably that most of you, if not all of you, will start marching. Some of you perhaps will even start with running as well. So this is perhaps to consider that when we have a good reason, there is a good context to what we do, this is really something that is inspiring and really like a backwind to our activities. So how this is relevant to your business, to your team, to your staff? Are what you're doing going to support or to make a difference in the world? Is it going to make some, a target audience happy? Is it going to make some people more content, more, I don't know, you creating procedures which will do good to people? Connecting to this why question is very important, and also the ability to really share it with your team. I have a friend who just got into a big company, big corporate, and he shared with me that the team of the 10 salespeople that he has there, most of them are working there for many years, and they are dead. They are dead walking salespeople. And I asked him, are they clear about why they're doing it? Are they clear about why, are they familiar with some kind of higher cause? Is it just what? And obviously, there's something not clear in why we're doing it as far as they're concerned. And if this is not clear, it's very much difficult to get people enrolled, excited about your idea. The other thing is, the next one is the first step. And I think first step is something that you already taken in order to start your business. First step is really something which is dramatic, that is really something that you cannot, that push you forward dramatically towards your targets. Sometimes we are reluctant to take this first step. And I remember a story of a guy who shared that when he was young, a little boy, there were like 5 boys running in the courtyard, and there was a big fence which he needed to jump over it. And all his friends jumped, but he was very small, and he didn't know what to do. It was very high, but he took his back bag that he had, and he threw the bag behind the fence. Now he had no chance. He had no option. He just, needed to go through that fence. So this is sometimes the first step. So if you're considering that, your business is now, I don't know, in the stage that you need to take a serious decision or a strategic decision, like taking an investor, or I don't know, some financial aid, or bringing a partner. Sometimes those dramatic strategic steps are the ones that will really get the commitment and get the the real backwind for this project to move to the next level. So something to look at in terms of the early stages of the venture. Before I touch the reverse planning, I want to touch the last point, which is the execution mechanism. And really, execution mechanism is really the way which can ensure that your planning is being executed. And I'll give you an example. When I'm going to the gym and there is a session with a gym instructor, a short session, like 15 minutes of belly session. And I usually do, when I'm doing a belly session at home, I usually do, I don't know, 40, 50 each time, and then I cannot move anymore, it's too much. But funny enough, when you're doing it in a session with a trainer, and there is a whole bunch of like 10 people doing it in the session, so, I find myself doing 300, 400 of this. So why? What's happening? And if it's an instructor, a lady instructor, sometimes I even do even more. Yeah. So if you consider it, the principle is when we are committing to other people, or if we are really in the process of, if we have somebody to share with or to report to, this is really something that helps us. There is more chances that we will really do what we said we will do, because the human being tendency usually is that we let go, or when we promise something to ourselves, usually it's there is there is better chance if we promise to somebody else than if we promise ourselves. And here, it's you don't have to agree with this, but this is something that we experience in many occasions, that when we have somebody to promise to, and you can find the structure of who to report to. Yeah, it can be to your partners, it can be to a board when you are like have a plan that you set to your board and you really commit targets. 1 second. How does it go to Rush? So there is the execution mechanism. It's quite funny structure, but really you will find that when there are plans that you are sharing and you are committing to third party, there is a good chance that those plans will be completed. So I invite you to explore it. Again, it's not the truth, but I invite you to explore this in the next few weeks and see that when you are giving promises, whether to people within your environment or to our program, and you set some targets and you give promises, you will see that you're very focused and there is a very good chance that you'll really reach those targets. So execution mechanism. Now, the last is that I want to refer to before really completing and just touching briefly about the presentation that you will have to mentors next Thursday. Just to touch the last bit here, which is the reverse planning. And really, the reverse planning is a structure that we will invite you to look at. You don't have, again, you can do your own way of planning. The reverse planning is really a methodology which is very powerful in terms of the fact that you are setting your goals, or you are putting together your targets, what we call games. Yeah, you are setting a game. We call it a game because it's much fun and more easier. So if you say, let's say, within the end of the program, I would like to have, I don't know, 5 new clients, or I would like to have a prototype up and running, or any targets that you set up, or in the end of the year or a year from now, this is the game I'm playing. These are the measurable, and it has to be measurable. You know, when I speak to an entrepreneur and he says to me, within a year time, I want to expose this product to as many people as I can, this is not a target. Yeah, or to have more clients, it's not a target. Very important to be specific, to have a measurable outcomes. Okay, so the usual way of doing it is really to say, okay, I want to have this goal, and then I'm starting to act. The way we will invite you to do it is we are going to set the game of the targets and then plan backwards. Meaning you are planning. Let's say you have a target that by the end of this a year from now, you will have additional 20 clients. So this really means that what will happen first 1 quarter, in the 3rd quarter, if this is the 4th quarter, what will happen? What will be the results that will happen in the 3rd quarter? Like you'll have 15, okay, and then you have, I don't know, in quarter number 1 you'll have 10, and then quarter 2, and then quarter number 1 you'll have 5. And then we're going to use a table that will specify the actual actions, opportunities, and results. Again, actions, opportunities, and results that you're going to put in each of the stages that will allow you or will enable you to reach to your targets. Okay, we will discuss this in more details, but just to set up the idea that, you know, methodologies, sometimes new methodologies can bring a new way of thinking and can enable us to be more effective and will help us reach our targets. So this is a few words about the e-plan. I want to share with you one more slide, which is related to the presentation that you're going to have. For some reason, I cannot see it. I cannot open it. 1 second. Okay, you can see me now. In more than a week, yeah, in 10 days from now, you're going to have a session with mentors, with the idea that basically each one of you will have the opportunity, 5 minutes, to present his business, his venture, 5 minutes. So it has to be very clear, very simple, as much as you can, that people can relate to it. Now, there are two really aims, we have two objectives for this session on Thursday. The first one is that you will have an opportunity to say it out loud and to share with us your idea in such a manner. It also will give you the opportunity to hear and to get familiar with the other ventures in the program. And it's very important because what we've learned from the last program, that a lot of there was a lot of value in the interaction between the ventures and the programs. Okay, there is a lot of value from, you know, the thing that you can learn from each other. So you will have the opportunity to really share your idea and learn the other projects and see what other ventures are presenting, and you will find different, you know, ventures from different fields, different stages, and different countries. 1 second. All right. Now, this is one objective. The other objective is to let the mentors, which will be present in this venture, in this virtual room, to let them get familiar with your ventures, and then after logging into the platform, seeing your profile as well, they will need to choose which one they would like to support, work with, and this perhaps will be the opening for them to then have a one-on-one session with you the following week. So really on next Thursday, you'll have the opportunity to share your idea and then to really get us familiar, you familiar with the other projects, and also get the practice of presenting your idea in a different manner. Now, as far as the program, let me just see if I can open this slide, which will enable us to enable me to share with you this. Yes, this is opening now. The way we will invite you to present your idea will be in 6 minutes by 6 slides, and I'll share with you the slide now. Okay. Can you see the slide?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good. Okay, so if you see here, this is really a very clear way of presenting a business idea or a business venture. Yeah. First slide is about the need or the problem. Why? What is the need? What is the pain in the market that your idea, that your solution is answering? What is the need, the pain? It has to be very clear. Yeah. Second slide will touch on the solution, on your solution to this pain. Okay, and why is it different? I invite you to put very little words, if at all, pictures, and you can elaborate in words, very few words. You know, if you see that there is very few in modern way of presenting things. There is very little words. Good pictures to present, to bring the pain, the idea forward so people can relate to it, and then you can explain verbally the rest. Then we will invite you to put one slide to speak about the market and go to market. You know, where is your market? Who are your first clients, the early adopters as we call them, and how are you going to get into them? How to get to them? How are you going to really penetrate those clients? Okay, what's your access? What's your strategy? The fourth slide, we will ask you to share with us your business model, which is basically what we call show me the money. How are you going to make money out of it? And the last slide is about the team. Who is your team? What is, who is the team that is working with you on this, so we can get to know you. Now the challenge is that all this will get not more than 5 minutes. Okay, so I invite you to start, thinking about this, putting it together. If you have some questions, or something is not clear, feel free. You can, you have all the time the ability to contact us, and we will support you, and we can discuss this. So, it's all clear, so you can really move forward with that. Okay, so basically this is the slide, and this is really the presentation that will be that you'll have the opportunity to do next Thursday. Yeah. I think we are very much close to the end of the first introduction session. So just to conclude, EAI is really an organization that has decided to create a big vision of setting up an accelerator which will make a difference in Europe, and is investing a lot of resources to create the top-notch program for you. But the way we will be measured is by you moving forward dramatically. If we will be able to demonstrate by the end of this program that each one of you has managed to move forward dramatically with your ventures, this is for us a success, and this is something we can build on, so we can attract more and more ventures from Europe and beyond. I hope this introduction is just the first introduction. You don't have to understand everything now. You'll have an open channel so we can discuss things in more details on a personal level. You have our details, and I'm sure this is a very structured program. So I invite you really to participate fully. Yeah, there is different ways of participation. Yeah, there's a participation of sitting backwards and say, okay, let's see what these guys can do for me, and this it's not going to work in our business, in the world of innovation and entrepreneurship. And the other is to pull. The other attitude is to pull this acceleration program towards you, to pull it, to ask questions, to make what you promised, to put the plans and to set up the things according to the program, and really to participate fully. And this is a different state of mind. So thank you. I want to thank you again for joining us. We had some technical issue a little bit in this, and the next sessions are going to be interactive. They're going to be ability to communicate. So this will be much better also for me, because I cannot see you on the other side and get your feedback in terms of messages, at least on the chat. So I hope this next time we can have your feedback and we can communicate. So we are meeting this Wednesday, same time, yeah, 5:30 CET time, to speak about the 10 major mistakes of entrepreneurs and early stage ventures and venture leaders. It's an exciting session. I invite you to come 5 minutes earlier so you have time to settle in, to get your tea and coffee, so we can have a proactive session. Thank you very much for joining us today, and I hope this was useful for you, and we'll see you next Wednesday. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Amir. I have just two last points. As we have a question from Carolis. Thank you for your question. In what format will we present our ventures, video or just PowerPoint? So I'd like to ask you to prepare PowerPoint slides, 5 slides, 1 slide for each topic, which Amir described. And you will also present on your own this short presentation. The last thing I'd like to tell you is about our program and structure and all events and tasks. So we are now finalizing this and uploading onto the platform. So you will be able to find the entire program with all tasks, with all events in next 2 weeks. So that's it. Thank you very much for your attendance. Welcome on board, and good luck. Bye.